All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here today for this very, very special show. I have a very special guest hanging out backstage live on the StreamYard. We're going to get to him in just a second. We have Thomas Schubeck here today that runs the Glitch Dash channel, and he was recently deactivated for using the glitch. The first DoorDash driver to be deactivated for what we assume, that's the only reason it could be, it was because of the glitch. And we're going to get to that and hear his entire story here in just a little bit. But before we get to that, I have a few things to mention here, and I want to make sure that everything is rolling smoothly behind the scenes. Let me check out the back end of YouTube and make sure that we are rolling, and we are. Let me also make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out. And it just did. And let me do a sound check. YouTube, welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. All right, we are all set to go. Welcome everyone. Before I bring Thomas onto the show here, I just want to make everyone aware, in case you don't know already, later on tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, live on the Hot Facts with Robert Reese channel. I'm going to be the very special guest, and we are going to be talking about a little bit of everything. He's probably going to ask me some questions about, my experiences, driving for DoorDash and Uber Eats, food delivery. Also probably some of my entrepreneurial experiences with trolls and haters on YouTube and all that stuff. So you're not going to want to miss it. I'm sure we're going to be on for at least an hour and a half, probably about 2 hours. And once I don't think Robert's put the event out yet. I have to look after this show ends here. But once he puts out the event, I will be sharing it here on my community tab right here on Coach Eli 2, authentic live streams, the most positive place on the internet. So once again, later tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, live on the Hot Facts with Robert Reese channel. I'm going to be the very special guest on there, and I'm sure he'll bring some people on the panel. Maybe Thomas will pop on in there and some other people and share their feedback as well. Later on today, I'll be also doing a Walking with Purpose stream to promote that right before I go live on Robert Reese's channel. That's probably going to happen I'd probably say about 8 or 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5 or 5:30 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to be going to see a movie this afternoon with my lady, a matinee. That's what they call movies. That's what they call it when you watch movies in the afternoon. I used to work at a movie theater in my younger days. That was my very first job. I used to work at the Hillsdale Cinema in San Mateo, California, for those local folks. So yeah, matinee, you get a better price, and you get to beat the night rush. So we're gonna go see My Big Fat Greek Wedding Part 3. My lady wanted to see it in the movie theater, and so did I, because I'm actually full-blooded Greek. And I'm hearing that it has crappy reviews, but that is all subjective, and I'll probably do a review on that movie and compare it to the reviews that have been already put out regarding it, probably sometime early to mid next week. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. I'm not going to allow trolling here. If you're going to come on in here and, attack anyone in the chat or attack, my guest or myself, you're just going to automatically get banned. So, just don't waste your time. You'll be removed immediately. All right. Let's go ahead and bring on the very special guest of the hour here. Please welcome Mr. Thomas Schubeck, a.k.a. Glitch Dash. Let's bring you onto the show and give you a big round of applause. Welcome to the show.
Thanks,
Glitch
Coach.
Dash.
Thanks,
How you doing, man?
Doing good. How are you doing today?
Not too bad. A lot has been going on. And I mean, I'll tell you, man, I'm tired. I'm at a loss
Yeah.
for words, but I'll still find them because we need to talk about it, right? And I'm seeing a lot of ridiculous things happening out here on YouTube. Oh, STFU. Oh, that's great. That's a nice mug there, bro. You want me to put that full
Oh no,
screen?
no, it says stuffing tacos since 8/6/22. That's my anniversary date.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, stuff into, oh, taco. Oh, the taco. Oh, yeah. That's something I took care of yesterday because it was my 2-year anniversary with my wonderful, amazing, beautiful girlfriend,
Yeah,
Dawn.
that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary to you guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, no, we went to the Outback Steakhouse and,
How was it?
it was, listen, man, it was great. I can't believe the service was phenomenal. We had a wonderful server, took care of us, checked in on us every now and then. Sometimes you get those servers that are overly nice trying to get the tip. Like he was
Yeah,
the right amount. He didn't
just
ignore us,
right in the
but
zone.
he did. Yeah, he didn't. You got to find the right balance as a server. You got to be there for
Yeah,
your customers. But don't overdo it because come on, we know you're sucking up to us if you overdo it for that tip. But
yeah,
it was phenomenal service. Our food was
right on.
perfect. It came out in a very reasonable amount of time, and the nearest Outback Steakhouse is 25 minutes away. Even though I live in the Bay Area, you'd figure there's an Outback Steakhouse on every corner. There isn't. It was 25 minutes away in a town called Daly
Huh.
City, which is just south of San Francisco.
Huh,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound very ergonomic.
No, but everything's very expensive out here, Thomas, including commercial leases. So
Yeah,
it's not feasible
yeah.
to, have one of everything on every corner. Sometimes you got to drive a little, but it's okay. We took a nice drive. We have this highway called Highway 280, and it's very, very beautiful, very scenic, has a lot of
Okay.
trees. And so, it was just a cool time. And my lady put on 80s
Yeah.
love songs because we were born in the 70s and we're 80s, music kids. And so it was great. Thanks for asking, man. But anyway, this show's not about me. It's about you. Um, DoorDash Rick is in the house. Sup, Glitch Dash. Matthew's in the house. We got 23 people
Sweet.
here already and probably a bunch more that will be joining us. So thank you to everyone for being here. So Thomas, let's get right to it here, man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw your entire interview on Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Well
Yes.
done.
And
That
since
was
then,
good.
there has been an update in the the whole incident.
Okay. You want to share that?
So I just wanted to open with that really quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. There's a little bit of a delay, but a lot of people have been coming by my channel asking, did you get deactivated, and if so, what was the reason? And a lot of people want to know, did they give you a reason? And a lot of people don't really know this, but when you get deactivated from these platforms, they basically they just give you as little information as possible, and uh, there's specific reasons for that we can get into later, but basically a lot of people wanted to know, because I filed the appeal process, and they want to know, was there a resolution? And so I have received the email um regarding that. So I just want to read that really quick, if that's all right.
No, absolutely. Well, before you get to that, real quick,
Yeah.
welcome Lewis Fuller, a longtime moderator and friend of mine of 3+ years. Subscribe to Lewis if you haven't. Lewis, check out Glitch Dash. Check out all the channels here. Hot Facts with Robert Reese in the house. Hey, Robert, I promoted the show already. Robert, let us know if you already put out the event page so I can share it on the community tab later on. And we're going to have a bunch of people there tonight. But go ahead, Glitch Dash. Sorry about that, man.
Yeah, let me just read this really quick. This is the email that they sent me. Based on your appeal request, our appeals team has performed a secondary review of the incident in question, and we have determined that a violation of the ICA, I'm not really sure what that stands for off the top of my head, but a violation of the ICA and/or service provider platform access policy did occur. As a result, your deactivation from the DoorDash platform will stand. You will receive any payments owed on the next pay. Yeah, I already got paid, so they already paid me out. But on behalf of
Mm-hmm.
customers and merchants, we thank you for choosing the DoorDash platform, and wish you all the best. Sincerely, the DoorDash operations team. So, there you have it.
Wow. That 100% proves you got deactivated for using the glitch. I'm looking at on Google right now. It's not on the screen. ICA ensures session reliability And then I'm looking at something here on Google saying what is the difference between ICA and RDP? ICA ensures session reliability. RDP, remote desktop protocol. So wow, you have proof right there that you were deactivated for using the glitch. And now, if this glitch is still
Well,
accessible to, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, you know, I don't know, reading that and going over it, it doesn't actually technically specify that. So, you know, I don't know. It really it's still to be honest, in my opinion, it's still a little bit unclear, but I believe the activation occurred because of my channel, you know. That's really the bottom line. And at least one person that I can think of off the top of my head has come forward and stated that they also were deactivated, you know, coinciding with these events within the last few days or whatever. So, you know, I was just
Really?
I don't know if it's yeah. So I don't know. It's still like you know, we can reasonably conclude that it's for using this glitch and it's for my channel, but it's not 100% clear. But for anybody who's you know, concerned about their own you know, status of their account, just make sure that you don't get let it, you know, let the email get back to you, or you know what I mean. Don't just make sure that your email is not like traceable back from this YouTube interaction. Is basically what I'm saying. So
Yeah. Yeah. Not me, no way in the chat says, bruh, that means they are watching the videos. Of course, they're watching us all, which is what we want them to be doing.
I would
So they can
expect so.
actually,
I would expect so.
yes, so they can patch this thing and we can all move forward, you know. But I'm assuming that the glitch is still active. I mean, do
As
you
I
know of
understand
anyone
it, yes.
else? So they have not patched the glitch yet, but they're deactivating people for using it.
Well, we can surmise that you know, with everybody who's came forward you know, across my channel you know, since Glitchgate, that uh either that there's a lot of like trolls and you know, like liars and people trying to you know, misdirect, or there seems to be a disconnect, you know, that certain phones can perform certain exploits and you know, other phone, you know what I mean, because a lot of people have said that they can do it with the iPhone, and that there is a workaround for the iPhone, and other people have said that they've tried everything and that they can't find the workaround for their iPhone, and other people have said that, you know, the glitch, the force stop method has been apparently patched from their phone, and like you know, the same thing happened for me. Like after a while, I was not able to do the force stop glitch anymore. I had to switch to the airplane mode method. So I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
I heard about the
unfortunately, there's just a
airplane
lot of
mode method.
conjecture and speculation out there.
Yeah, I heard about the airplane mode method. So I guess the four stop one they patched it. Okay, so but the airplane mode one,
Some people have said that their phone can still do the force stop method. So it's hard to say. So I don't know. I guess the individual member of the community, each member of the community has to figure out whether or not they're able to do it from their phone. So all we have to go on is you know, just the collective information at large. So back to you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, wow, man, that's just crazy. And you know, from what I saw on DoorDash when I was you know, driving for them, you know, earlier this year, you know, they update their app, but they update different areas with different programs. You know, they don't update everyone the same way. So maybe certain areas have been patched, other areas haven't been patched. That's a possibility, right, Thomas? So basically, some people
Yeah.
may still have access to it, some people may not have access to it. Maybe they're trying to figure out a way of how to fix this, because the whole point of this exploit or glitch or whatever was not for it to be you know, used in the way it is. It was meant to prevent people that get cut off from their 5G connection to not lose an acceptance rate point when it's not your fault. But then
Maybe.
it shouldn't give you an extra point. It should just leave it the same, right? Wouldn't that make logical sense?
Yeah, it would totally make more sense for it not to, you know, like why would you get rewarded for like missing an order? You know, like a lot of, you know, some people like you know, some people have said that in their opinion that it makes sense that that would, you know, that would increase the AR, but in my opinion, it just doesn't make any sense that would reward you for something like that, you know. So
Yeah,
the
yeah,
question, I guess the question on that topic is, whether or not this is, it's like it's just so hard to believe that something like this that makes the rewards program, Top Dasher or 3-tier rewards program, meaningless. Like that it would be an accident, you know. But at the same time, like look at the people running these companies. They're totally inept, you know. These people are totally incompetent, and it's all ran by AI. And you know how there's like the left hand and the right hand not knowing what each other does, but this is not just the left and right hand. This is like a monster with a million tentacles, and none of them know what each other's doing. So it's just like total chaos. So it's like the more you think about it, it's like could this just be like like a result of ineptitude at the top, like engineering, operator error. I don't know, but it just like Jeff Thomas Black has said, um DoorDash doesn't sleep on the job, and I tend to agree with that. So I don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings about it, but anyway, that's just my thought on that. Go back
yeah.
to you.
And you know what I've heard. Well, thank you, Thomas Glitch Dash. You know what I've heard too, and I've experienced this myself because I was multi-apping with Uber Eats. To basically help supplement when DoorDash was sending me crappy orders. I mean, that's what everyone does, right? And a lot of people have said this, and I agree that Uber's app is much more stable. It's much more reliable. It's much more flush across the board. And if Uber is able to do this, why is DoorDash not able to do this? I mean, look, they're both companies are based in San Francisco, California, half an hour south of where I live, Silicon Valley, right? We have, some of the best tech geeky guys and gals out here, that can pretty much do
Yeah.
anything. But go ahead. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, furthermore, the both corporate entities, as well as pretty much all of them, have the same principal shareholders. So but don't get it wrong. Uber definitely has its problems. Like you know, I could take time to go over some of like the huge issues that I have with the Uber Eats platform. Just sending out fake orders and
Tip
just
baiting?
you know all kinds of different technical issues. But it's just that yeah, you make a good point that they're pretty much they're ran by like maybe not necessarily the exact same engineers, but the same engineers who what I mean, ostensibly graduated together, or what I mean, what have you. But yeah, I don't know. All the platforms do have their problems, but yeah, DoorDash does seem to fuck up a lot more.
Yeah, yeah, I would tend to agree with you on that. Not me, no way says, which means Richard is screwed sooner or later. Well, yeah, I mean, I think Richard and what's this guy Dashwagon that was
Who's
the one that
Richard?
figured it out.
Oh, you
Richard
talking about
Glitchard.
Glitchard?
Yeah, Glitchard,
Glitchard.
Glitchard.
His
Sorry,
name's
Glitchard,
Glitchard.
Glitchard.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, bro. Sorry about that, brother. I
Sorry. Yeah. It
butchered
looks.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a typo. No worries.
That's great, man.
I'm trying to rack my brain because he says, which means Glitchard is screwed sooner or later. I've thought about that, and this guy has a video, where in the thumbnail he says, I cheated, and it's basically just like, you know, uh, I don't know. If you watch the video, it really, he explains that he understands that this glitch is in existence. Lots of people have used it. You could, or may or may not be deactivated for it, although nobody has, apparently been deactivated for it yet as such. But obviously that was before the last few days or whatever. But you know,
Right.
um, maybe he's got to deal with the company. Who knows, man? Who knows? You can never say with these people, because
Yeah.
a lot, multiple unaffiliated third party sources have alluded to this content creator. What was it? Gosh, what were the words he said? The the There's a program where they have them sign a contract with like an NDA. I'm not remembering off the top of my head. It's like the content creator program or something. Anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The content creator program, yeah, like DoorDash did that with Bentley Coupe from, or like Brian
Right,
calls
right.
him Dupe from DoorDash Diaries, and I think Megan Reisman, they tried to get her. Remember Megan Reisman? We haven't even
Yeah,
talked about
yeah,
her.
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Respect to Megan,
big time.
because she turned down the offer, and then she got deactivated. I believe, if I remember correctly, she got deactivated earlier this
I don't
year.
know.
And
Her
no, I
channel's
heard.
gotten
Yeah,
away from gig content, I believe, if I'm recalling correctly. So I don't actually watch that channel or her content, but big commendation to her. Kudos to her for doing the right thing. But to this day, and I have stated this on multiple.
well, it
Be
looks like
curious to
Thomas
get a
got.
peek at that contract. I just to see what it says, because if somebody like her, she we got this contract and read through it, and there's probably something, maybe multiple things in there that didn't rub her the right way. So just out of basic human curiosity, I would like to take a peek at that contract. So that's the only I guess that was the only takeaway from that was just like left me like empty handed. So but yeah, big respect to her.
Yeah, and with all due respect to her, she's a young, attractive woman, and she could definitely do something so much better than talking about gig content. There's so much more she can do as an influencer, right? So
Right.
hats
So
off to
true.
her. And she's she was pretty humble and direct, and that's what I respected about her. She didn't fall into
Yeah.
this corporate trap, of, okay, they're offering me what, $1,000, $2,000 a month, but now I gotta do things that they want me to do. So they're in essence controlling my channel. I would never let that
Yeah.
happen. I would never sell out, bro. I can't sell out. I don't care if they offered me 10 grand a month, which would definitely help me out and help you out. I couldn't sell out to the
Yeah.
devil. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There's just certain compromises that I don't know.
Yeah.
As far as
Let
I'm
me read a
concerned,
couple.
can't or should not be made.
Right, right. Let me read a couple of chat messages if that's okay. Thomas here.
Oh yeah,
Ahmad Z, just get another account. They sell them on Facebook. I would not suggest doing that. Whatever you guys do on your own time is on you. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I would
yeah,
just suggest
yeah.
to
No,
not
I
do that.
I feel this person trying to reach out and offer up some kind of like consolation advice, because everyone's a lot of people are bummed out over this, and I can understand that, but rest assured that all you need to know is that a plan is in motion, and we still be glitching. We still be glitching.
Okay.
Just stay tuned for that saga.
Okay. All
Never
right. You
fret,
heard it here,
folks. Never fret.
man. Exactly, man. Exactly. Matthew says the Uber app is much more seamless. The DoorDash app is like something you'd buy at the dollar store. That's true. It is always lagging, and I'm constantly having to restart the app. I never really had that many problems with it here in the Bay Area. A few times, it was hard to get on, but for the most part, it worked fine. But I heard throughout the majority of the rest of the U.S., people had problems with it all the time. Did you have problems with the app at times, Thomas?
Which one? The DoorDash app?
DoorDash, yeah, the DoorDash one, yeah.
Yeah, constantly crashing. Like when you try to go and take the photo, it like an error. It says an error has occurred message. Just excuse me. Sending out fake orders. When you get to the store, the order doesn't exist or the store is closed, and
Mm-hmm.
they just, you know what I mean. Just a lot of technical issues that just end up wasting your time and gas money. And it's just like all that little shit adds up. And is the AI or like the people running these companies, are they thinking about that? Of course not. So it all comes back onto the
Yeah,
driver. Everything falls back onto us.
yeah, and wasn't DoorDash the first company that put out everyone's menus online, even if they didn't have the permission of the business to do it, because they were able to get away with it
Yeah.
during that time? So there were and may still be some restaurants that actually don't use DoorDash that have their menus out there, and that could be causing that store closing, or I I I I just I don't understand how DoorDash was able to get away with starting their business the way they did and to keep doing it the way they're doing it. I just don't understand. Maybe they have so much money they're paying off politicians or whatever. And
That's
unfortunately,
definitely part
Thomas,
of it.
corruption is a big thing when it comes to big corporations sponsoring politicians. I can't stand that. That's why I can't stand all this crap.
Yeah, it's completely out of
What?
control.
Yeah, yeah. Ahmad Z says they don't have AR top dasher crap. Yeah, well, Uber has their programs, but they don't force you to use them. They don't penalize you for not using them. They show you your acceptance rate. They show you everything, but they don't force you to schedule. They don't ghost pause you for declining too many orders. Go ahead, Thomas.
Well, let me just be clear. They definitely ghost pause you. All these these gig apps, they definitely ghost pause you and penalize you for not taking their crap orders. But I'm just gonna pull up my stats here really quick.
Well,
Cancellation rate.
DoorDash gives you the hold on one second. DoorDash gives you, after declining 4 or 5 in a row, now they give you that 10-minute. We paused your dash because we feel you're not taking any orders. You can resume anytime, or in 10 minutes your dash will
Yeah,
be
yeah,
stopped.
they'll
Right?
auto
Go ahead.
pause your dash, and yeah, when you close down the app and what you know what I mean. There's just there's like a few different versions of different types of pauses that they put you through. But I was just gonna say presumably your stats do matter on Uber. All these app companies, they basically they basically you know, advertise or insinuate or imply that the higher your stats are, the more frequent you'll receive orders, and like you know what I mean. You'll have like I don't know if Uber specifically states that you get better like better access to higher paying orders, but they definitely there's definitely like a difference in frequency of orders being sent. So if you have higher stats on Uber, higher acceptance rate, then you're going to get more orders per time. But yeah. So I don't know.
Well,
It's just
you
a lot of people just market dependent. A lot of people they cherry pick and they make money just fine. A lot of people like our good friend Sam Lee, he takes every single order and he makes bank. So I don't know. It's just, but that's specific to his region, and so I don't know, man. It's all relative. It's all very market specific. So anyway, back to you.
yeah. I had better orders on Uber Eats here in the San Francisco Bay Area than DoorDash usually, and I think part of the reason was this. I was following the forums on Reddit and stuff. I'm sure you guys have as well, and I realized that there are a lot of illegal aliens using the DoorDash app, or at least they were using it until DoorDash started doing what Uber's been doing all along. The biometrics verification. You cannot
Hmm.
bypass biometrics, you know. And so, on Uber, you have to verify with a selfie every now and then, which
Yeah. Somebody
supposedly
has to
keeps somebody has to what?
verify the biometrics.
Okay. All right, Thomas, you're we're going to leave that one alone unless you want to. Okay, you can. It's all good, dude. It's all good. Um, Yeah, there's I guess there's going to be a bypass for everything, but the average everyday person is not going to be.
Yeah.
Thomas, man, you're
If
killing
you're
me,
uh
dude.
if you're if you're an honest person, you know what I mean, you're playing by the rules and you're just like trying to make a living, like you don't have to worry about any of that crap. It's best just to not get involved. But we're just joking around here, obviously.
Yeah, but biometrics is pretty solid for verification, and there were a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of illegals that were doing DoorDash, and I would see them at my hotspot. Here in the Bay Area, I used to dash a city away from Redwood City, where I live in San Carlos. I would see like 4 or 5 of these guys in their cars, and they were on their phones there. And then sometimes they would walk over to I was at a place, I was at a hotspot where there was a Chipotle, a Wingstop, and a bunch of stuff there, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, gosh, you got to be kidding me. And then I read on the forums that, yeah, they have fake social security numbers and they get fake accounts and they're sold in the black market. And I think that's why DoorDash started to do the biometric verification. But I'll tell you this, I log into the app every now and then. I still have never, ever been prompted to take a selfie with DoorDash. So I don't think they've rolled that out to every market yet, but I know some markets already have it. Have you seen that? Were you seeing that,
No, not
Thomas?
on DoorDash. Not on DoorDash.
No, no. But
But
you
on
heard about it.
Uber,
You heard that they did roll it out in certain markets on DoorDash. You did
yes.
hear about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
facial recognition
Yeah,
verification. Yeah, they
yeah,
have
yeah,
that in various markets, but they have it on Uber and Walmart Spark, and they do it quite frequently.
yeah, yeah. So at least those platforms. Yeah, like you said, dude. I'm sure there's going to be
Grubhub doesn't have one in my market, but Sorry, I
No,
didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
no problem. I've been, I signed up for all these apps, and I'm still on the wait list for Grubhub, and they're going to be probably out of business soon anyway. They've been dying, and I signed up for Amazon Flex and Instacart, and I'm still on the wait list, and it's been almost a year now, so you know and I don't plan on driving for them, but I still, when you're on the wait list for Grubhub, they check in with you every like month or so, if you're still interested, to make sure that you're not, holding your space, when you're not going to use it. And I'm probably not going to use it, but I want to see how long it's going to take for me to, get in there, just so I can report on it, you know what I mean? So um let me see what's going on in the chat here real quick, because there are some other things I want us to discuss too and get your
All right.
opinions, because you're
DoorDash Revolution. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're doing
yeah,
well,
he's a
sir.
great dude. Yeah, DoorDash Revolution and
Yep.
Hot Facts with Robert Reese is
Yep.
here as
Robert
well
Reese,
too.
Matthew
Yeah,
Arredondo, DoorDash Rick, all you guys, Briggs. Thank you everybody for tuning in today. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone has a good weekend. That you make some money. That your family's
yeah.
staying safe. Everyone's doing good at home. So good
You
good
know what you
vibes to
remind me
everybody.
of? I saw. Have you ever seen the channel Paid to Drive with that guy Pete?
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Well, he actually commented on. You've heard of Dino saying it like it is, right? And
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
he made it was actually him, because I checked out his subscriber count, and he's the guy that regurgitates the same content over and over and over again. He would always say
Yeah.
at the end of his videos, "Get that money, get that honey," and same old thing, man.
Well,
You just reminded me of that guy. But
I'm sure
anyway,
Pete's a nice guy, but he's a fluffer nutter. Let's be real.
oh, absolutely, he's a fluffer nutter. I mean, the thing is this: he did put out some great videos and fighting for the drivers, but the repetitive nature of it makes it fluffer nutter. Yeah, it
Yeah, it's a
does.
lot of clickbait.
It is clickbait. It's all clickbait. You're right. You're right. Ahmad Z says DoorDash is still oversaturated with undocumented drivers in California and the Bay Area. Yeah, until they turn on that, biometrics, verification, photo verification, they're going to still do it. And I mean, they're selling these accounts in the black market, and DoorDash knows it, and they're not doing a damn thing about it. That's the problem, man. Um, let's see here. Ahmad says Uber Eats makes you verify almost every day now. Okay, I don't blame him. Go ahead, Thomas.
Oh no, I was just reading this comment. This person that just tagged me in. This is from Coach J. Rom. He says, ICA has to do with service failures and behavior. As stated, I've reported several of your friends for their open drug use and hateful speech about DoorDash. Don't be shocked when more of them get deactivated. So here we go with I don't know. I'm assuming this is one of your trolls, but we got a busybody here. But anyway, this person's threats are meaningless. Their axe to grind doesn't mean shit to me. We're gonna keep doing what we do on my channel. We're gonna keep glitching, and yeah. I'm new to the ropes. I've never been like a content creator before, so still learning. You know, going through some growing pains, but this person is gonna help me. One of the people to help me to clean up my act and not slip up and keep making mistakes. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Moderators, can you just ban those people that are coming in? They're not even worth acknowledging, to be honest with you, and they are probably some of my trolls and haters. And you know, it's just ridiculous. Let's move forward here. So let me see here real quick. Faith 27. Okay, yeah, it's the one dude that's been trolling me for a while.
Yeah.
God, dude, how many accounts do you have, man? Seriously, dude, is this what it takes to entertain yourself while you work, man? Seriously, man, there are way better things to invest your time and focus your time on. But anyway, we'll talk about
Yeah.
I don't talk about my trolls because I just don't want to acknowledge them. But I will talk about the
Well,
people that are doing similar things in our community here. But go ahead.
I was just gonna say, sometimes it's fun to just make a little bit of like a humor and content out of them, and then once you're done using them for that, then like ban them from your space. Because
Yeah.
I liken it to like when you're like think about if you're like at like a social club or something, and some like little pipsqueak comes in, and he's just got a fucking shit attitude, and he's got an axe to grind, he's got a chip on his shoulder, and he's like coming
Hmm.
in, all chest puffed up, and gets all up in your face, and like keeps talking a bunch of shit, and you're just like, and everyone's like, oh shit, and you just knock him the fuck out, and then like you grab him by like the scruff of his neck and like his belt loop, and you like toss him out into the fucking trash cans in the alley, and it's just like blood's like running down his face, and he's just like snoring, like passed the fuck out for like 2 or 3 hours, and then like after a while he like gets up, dude, he's all like fucked up, and he like dusts himself off, like straightens himself back up, like wipes the blood off his face, puffs his chest back up, and like comes back in there and starts getting up in your face again, and like like 4 or 5 times, and it's just like he's all fucked up. His eyes are like all like swollen shut and shit. And you know what I mean? It's like after a while, people go, oh, and then after a while they go, oh, and it's like, do you let the person keep coming in and get their ass whooped? No. After a while, you ban them from the space and you move forward. So
Right.
that's the analogy I like to draw. Back
Wow.
to you.
That was a fantastic
So yeah,
audition there,
that
brother.
is
That was
basically the epitome of Coach J. Rom. That is what that person I just described. So anyway,
yeah. Yeah, I don't talk about those people anymore because they just seek our attention and I don't give it to them. But anyway, it's
oh,
all
Gig
good.
says
People,
love the stash Glitchgate. Thank you, appreciate it.
yeah, yeah. Um, so let's do this. So we've talked about the deactivation, and you've got other things in the works. So basically, you know, and somebody came in the chat was saying, I see it as a Citrix based thing. Yes, I saw that online. I do think the reason they gave Thomas was a fancy way of saying you got deactivated for exploiting, the programming that we used. That's what it was. Oh, hold on 1 second. All right, can you hear me again now, bro? My lady came in to the studio room for a second. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, yeah, you coming in?
Okay. Okay. So now what I want to talk about, we're at 37 minutes. We're going to go another 23 more minutes. We don't have to overdo it. Keep it short and sweet so more people can watch it. And make sure you subscribe to Glitch Dash, aka Thomas Schubeck. It's GLITCH space dash, and I will share his channel link in the description. I forgot to do it before the show. I'll put it in there after the show. And you're nearing
Yeah,
500
we might do a
subscribers.
live stream over on my channel later, but my car's on the fritz. My car's glitching out, so I'm not gonna be able to do any ride-alongs. So that's
Uh,
we're not gonna be able to do ride-alongs this weekend, unfortunately. But we'll probably do a live stream later and like watch some videos and react to some content.
no. Wow. Excellent.
Maybe.
Yeah. Primetime James 2.0. Is that the real you? Because there have been a lot of sock accounts made of you lately. Let me make sure. It's actually him.
So this dude is more animated than Roger Rabbit. Thanks, man. I've been practicing that little charade.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all good.
You remember Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Classic.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, and James is getting involved. Oh, Coach Eli versus the DoorDash community. Oh, okay. So it's interesting for you to get involved in it. That's cool, James. It's all good, man.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's fine.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
It's a
At
community.
least
Everyone should get
at
involved.
least I'm involved in something now that a lot of people are interested in. Wow. All right. So basically, the last part of the show, I want to talk about what some of the other creators have been saying in this community that really shouldn't be a part of the community or shouldn't be a part of YouTube with their piss poor behavior, their attacks, their threats that really have nothing to do with, what the community is about. I'm talking about, Thomas?
Say it one more time.
So what I was saying is I wanted to talk about some content creators. We can do it in a professional way that spend most of their time attacking other creators, creating drama. Uh, you know, this is beyond the
Yeah.
fluff content, creating content that has nothing to do with what the community is trying to do, which is help the drivers get better than fair wages. And a couple of people, always cherry picking and Mr. Flex, they're starting to come at me, which is fine. And all you guys are going to do is regurgitate the same stuff that people have put out over and over and over and over again. And it's a waste of time. It's just a waste. I mean, what are your thoughts about that, Thomas? Why do you think, these people, are coming at people like Torp and going after his wife, and now they're going to come at me, which is fine. I expected. I've been doing this for a while, but what do you think is their purpose?
I don't know. I guess it's a lot of people are just running on copium life support 24/7 right now, and they're letting that get out of hand and letting it go to their head. And like I've said before, I like a little bit of drama just as much as the next guy. I like to stir the drama shit pot from time to time, but if it's all you do, all I can say is that like, I hate to sound like a broken record, but in the end, you only end up trolling yourself. So once you jump on that troll train, there's a certain point where you really need to get off, and then if you don't, then you're gonna end up at the same exact station, which is Shitsville, where you're the mayor.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
That's just my thought.
yeah, yeah, and
You can't have like just a full plate of drama with a side of petty drama. Like you have to have a variety if you're gonna you know what I mean, like because don't get me wrong, like we shit on other people, like on my channel, like if your content sucks, it sucks, and we're gonna make fun of it, and we're gonna laugh and roast you, but like that's not all we do. So it's just you gotta mix it up, you gotta switch it up a little bit. So that's just my thought.
yeah. No, and it makes sense. And I have a lot of respect for you, Thomas. And I know you mentioned you're in your mid-30s and you're technically considered a part of the millennial generation. And I
Quite
just
so.
respect. I respect the level of maturity you have. Sure, we have our moments. Even as mature folks, we have our moments of doing immature things. That's going to happen to anyone. But
Yeah.
let me ask you this: do you feel? And you don't have to answer if you don't want to. I don't want you getting chastised, but
Okay,
I'm
I'll try.
curious to know. Yeah, okay. Do you feel that your generation does things differently than prior generations, especially on social media? Do you feel the millennial generation and even maybe some parts of the Gen Z generation are doing things differently on social media, attacking people, creating drama because that's their style? I also notice a lot of both these generations love to, create memes and, you know, sometimes even uh, you know, these creators that are millennials or Gen Zers, they'll go and attack people like Torp's wife and then call it satire. And I don't see that as satire. What are your thoughts about all that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's not really my idea of satire either, but I guess on the subject of that, the best thing to do is just to ignore it, move on. Just try to like, just not let it get to you. But you know, it is just distasteful and disgusting behavior. But I don't know. You can't, it's the internet. You can't really have any control over what people are going to say or do. But I don't know. I guess what you can control is your reaction to it, at least. But yeah, it's not good. It's not a good look. And to bring it back around as far as the generations go, they do things a little bit differently? Yeah. They just it's like the difference of like growing up with like a different level of technology, and the older generations, like the boomers and the Gen Xers, they're their money just goes like, their money went a little bit further, like the boomers, you know, they had it like financially, they had it really good. So it's just that the newer generations have a lot less to work with, and just grew up. I mean, like the millennials are a little bit unique in that they grew up in a world before the internet. So like, I mean, like we can remember a time where things weren't like quite as chaotic, I guess. But
Yeah.
that's something you could say about the older generations too, obviously. But as far as like do they do things differently? Yeah. It's just yeah, it's just a very different world, and as far as the memes go, that's just how we express our humor. So anyway, hopefully that answers the question a little bit.
No, it does, and I want to, respond to Primetime James 2.0 in the chat there. He's somebody that I met over 6 years ago, and we used to go at each other, and I never really wanted to go at him, but he creates this satire type of content, and he talks about other communities that do crazy things. He's a more like a drama entertainment type of channel and stuff, and
Whatever floats your
he
boat.
says, yeah, and there, I said some things that I have apologized to him, on in the past, and him and I are cool. But
Well,
this is interesting content he's going to talk about on this channel. I guess later this afternoon. But he says, I come in the chat and Eli starts laying in the millennials. That's it, Eli. This means war. Well,
well, to be clear, you can't put any one label on any one group or one generation. So there's just you got the good and the bad with each group. So let's just be clear about that.
yeah. No, I totally hear you, man. I totally hear you. But I have respect for James. Him and I, we made peace earlier this year, and it's been really great. He's gone through a lot of stuff on this platform, and the more and more that I'm hearing the real stories about him, the more and more I understand where he's coming from, and I wish him nothing but the best. And but we're not here to talk about that. If you guys want to subscribe to Primetime James 2.0, go ahead and do so. It's more like drama, entertainment, type of content and stuff. So check it out there. Jeff Thomas Black is in the chat. Damien, I'm dramatic. Follow me, you mean? Yeah. Damian Blaze in the house. Welcome to the show, Damian Blaze. We're not going to be on too much terribly longer. Probably another 10 to 15 minutes. Damian Blaze says, I feel sorry for the new generation. If ever technology is gone and they know nothing about certain things we grew up knowing and doing in the 80s with our intelligence and instincts. That's a good point. What are your thoughts about that, Thomas? Are you there?
Sorry, I was reading my comments for a second.
No worries. You want me to read it again? Damian Blaze says, I feel sorry for the new generation. If ever technology is gone and they know nothing about certain things we grew up knowing and doing in the 80s with our intelligence and instincts.
Yeah,
What are
if
your thoughts about
technology is
that?
ever gone, if technology is ever gone, that is much more of a realistic scenario than people give credit for, because there are these things called I think they're called solar flares that they basically to a very like certain degree they cause electromagnetic discharge in our atmosphere, and basically like if one hits this planet from the sun, and it has in the past, but if it does in the future, it will basically destroy anything that has a circuit, and like we'll be set back into like the Stone Age status, so what he's talking about is very true. If we like woke up tomorrow and our technology was gone, it would be like basically the end of our survival. Like people would just like it would just fall into complete chaos. So yeah, good observation, Damian Blaze. Thanks for being here today.
Yeah, I really like Damien, man. He has been, one hell of a contributor, and I hope at some
Yeah,
point we can get to know him. I know he probably doesn't want to dox himself, but at some point,
well,
if he's able to come on a panel and I get to know him, I would moderate him and
same here, man. If Damian Blaze wanted to send me an email, man, I would throw him a wrench on my channel. But anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's an interesting point by Kent RS, and I got to say this
Okay.
as cleanly as possible for YouTube monetization policies. He says many people can overlook the comments. Trump still became president after grabbing women by the PUSSY. That was funny,
Mm.
man, when that came out. I've learned to
Yeah.
ignore what I don't like to hear and listen to the good part of what people say. Let me respond to that real quick, and I'll give you a chance to respond in a second to that. I agree with you on that. Kent. Everybody makes mistakes, and while I've said it before, and no disrespect to anyone that supports Trump, I'm not a Trump supporter. But
Yeah.
quite frankly, even he makes mistakes. I've made mistakes. We've all said and done things that we don't
Oh yeah.
mean. That doesn't mean we don't bring any value to what we're currently doing or have done in the past. Like, what are your thoughts about that, Thomas?
Well, first of all, as I'm understanding correctly, he's being charged for 91 different mistakes that he made. But you said people can overlook the comments. Trump still became president after grabbing women. The reason he became president after saying that is because Hillary Clinton sucked so bad. If it was like an actual candidate like Bernie Sanders, like the people wanted, then he probably wouldn't have won. But it's not because he said that; it's because he sucks. So
Well, I think it's because I guess the world, or not the world, our country wasn't ready to have a female president. I think it had a lot to do with that too, wouldn't you say?
no, I think Hillary was just completely unelectable. So if it was like you know what I mean? Like I voted for Jill Stein in that election, so I don't think the idea of a female president is that far fetched. It's just that we don't have one that's like you know even remotely electable that's like being ran. So Hillary
I
Clinton is
respect.
not. She didn't lose because she's a woman. She lost because she sucks.
Hmm,
And
I
Donald
respect.
Trump should not have lost because of what he said. He should have lost because he sucks. It's just basically like, and this next election is the same thing. It's shaping up to be the exact same thing with like Sleepy Joe and Donald Trump. It's like I can't believe he's still going to be allowed to run potentially. It's like and it's just like a choice between AIDS and cancer. This sucks, man. This country is completely broken. So anyway, that's just kind of an aside. Like I've said before, I'm just here to talk about gig work, so I'll try to stick to that. But thank you for the comment. Whoever said that, who had said that? Oh, Kent RS. Thank you very much for the comment. Appreciate you.
hmm
Hope you're having a good
hmm
day today.
hmm Yeah, trolls still coming in. You know,
Oh yeah.
unbelievable, man. They're just so angry and bitter at themselves. That's the thing. But
Well,
Damian Blaze says, I stay out of politics because family and friends are always going to talk, but it's best to stay out of it for them to find out things for themselves. Yeah. Yeah. And Robert Reese says, hot fast with Robert Reese, if Hillary said she had a threesome with Bill and Monica, she would have won. That's pretty.
man,
That's
I think that might have been the ticket, son.
Is that what it takes to win nowadays, man? I mean,
uh, you know,
I've seen some of the most ridiculous stuff, man. It's just
these are the
unbelievable. Ken
times we live
RS
in,
says,
man. Where a scandal like that actually helps you.
yeah, no, Ken RS says, I didn't mean to make this political. I'm just saying a lot
Oh
of
no,
people
not at
can
all, not at
overlook
all.
things that they don't like, but still like the person. No, I agree. And believe it or not, or whether you like it or not, things are always political. Whether we like to talk
Hmm.
about politics or not, everything always leads back to politics. Wouldn't you say that makes sense, Thomas?
Yeah, especially when it comes to like gig work in the industry, it's all political, in the end. So, you know, yeah, Kent RS. There's no offense taken. There's no reason to be apologetic. So we're glad you spoke your mind here and you offered up that comment. And your input is valuable and you're respected around here. So thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for that. I think Robert Reese would qualify him
Yep.
as what is it called, like legit, or how does he do it? He qualifies people. Um, I can't remember the verbiage.
Um,
Maybe he can put it. Maybe he can put it in the chat. He's still around. Um, but anyway, so we got about another maybe 5 more minutes or so. Glitch Dash.
okay.
Let's start getting into final thoughts here. First thing, you know, uh, what's next for you now? Have you hit 500 subs yet, bro? Because you were getting there. Are
Let me
you at
see real
500
quick
subs?
here.
I'll check
Look
too.
at my
I
channel
sh-
here.
I forgot
I'm
I'm
at
on a
like
laptop.
493.
Please go over and subscribe to Glitch Dash, aka Thomas Schubeck. And let me see here.
Yeah, what's next for me? Well, I'm gonna have to give the local Honda dealership a call here because I have a very specialized, highly technical issue that has to be solved before I can start my car again. And then in the meantime, we'll probably I still haven't decided if maybe we'll do a late night stream tonight. If so, then we'll just be like talking shop and just reacting to videos and such. So it'll just be like a gig worker hangout. I won't actually be able to go out and do any ride-alongs, but just stay tuned. We'll do something this weekend. But that's basically what's next on the roster for me.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you don't have to mention the other apps because I know you probably want to protect yourself, but you've got other gig apps that you're going to be working to, bring in
Hmm.
money to take care of things. So, I mean, you're not really worried about the DoorDash deactivation, I'm assuming.
Right.
It's probably a blessing in disguise, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I like to say to any other gig workers out there, man, that if you ever get deactivated from any of these platforms, like it honestly should be looked at as like a weight lifted off your shoulder because none of these apps are holding up their end of the bargain, and that's just the truth of the matter. Even Walmart Spark, which is like my main app, like they're pretty good, but like they still have their problems. So anytime you get deactivated, like it should just be like, yeah, what did you say, a blessing in disguise? Yeah, look at it like that, you
Yeah,
know.
blessing in disguise, right.
Even if I, what I mean, it's like even if I get deactivated from every single platform, then I'll just sign up for another one. There's like a million of them. There's plenty of other ones. So anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah, and Thomas, there are also so many freelancing opportunities on the internet that people can do.
Oh
So,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there's really not much to worry about. DoorDash isn't the only opportunity out there. It technically should be the best one and a good one, but
You
it's
would
just
think.
become so it's become so oversaturated in the games they play. I mean, honestly, if you had to answer yes or no, do you feel it is worth door dashing at this point right now in late 2023?
I mean, yeah, if you're using the glitch.
Okay,
Excuse me.
well, if you're not using the glitch, then you'd probably say no.
Well, look, if you have to play by the rules, and there's specific cases like our good friend Sam Lee, who takes every single order and he makes good money. He comes out on top. But it's just because of like the specific conditions of his specific situation. You know what I mean? Like the vast majority of the gig worker community at large is not able to. You know what I mean? Like in any given part of America, if you take every order, you don't make money at it. If you have to take all the low tip, no tip orders, you don't make money at it. But if you can use the
Right.
glitch and just stay with top stats and like just cherry pick at top, top dasher or like platinum status, or well, in my case, gold status because I had not taken 100 orders in the last 30 days. So that's the only
Hmm.
prerequisite for the 3 tier system that is like kind of like a little bit more difficult to work around. But you can still cherry pick, with high stats with this glitch. So like if you can just
Oh,
skip all the bullshit and go straight to the rewards, then yeah, it's worth it. I would say so. DoorDash is a moneymaker, yeah. But if you
so
have to
if
take
you
all the
don't,
low tip, no tip orders, no.
yeah, that's exactly what we've been saying. If you can basically get up to top dasher stats, get over 70% AR or even 80 or 90% AR, and
Mhm.
then technically get all the best orders without having to take crappy orders to get there, because without the glitch, you'd have to take a bunch of crappy, non-tipping, non-profitable orders to get your stats high enough to
Well,
supposedly get those higher paying orders, right?
understand that a lot of gig workers out here and a lot of people listening to this right now, they're just cherry pickers and they don't, what I mean, a lot of them, whether or not they use the glitch, a lot of them don't use it and they just cherry pick and they make their money. Like they don't even worry about
Mhm.
stat chasing. And like, what I mean, I'm not saying that that's not a route you can go. Like that's definitely like the correct course of action. Don't take unprofitable orders. But what I
Mhm.
mean, it's like if you have high ratings, then you get access to higher paying, high priority, top paying orders. So,
Mhm.
I mean, you can look at the rewards program in your app, and it just it indicates that if you're a top dasher, you get priority access, and if you're like gold or platinum status, you get top priority. So there's definitely a benefit
And,
to using the glitch.
And you even get large order program orders now in that new tier system that's being rolled out across the country slowly. That's what I believe I've seen, right?
Presumably, I never got one. I never personally received one, so I can't really speak on that. But that's what it says on the you know the perks menu or whatever. So a lot of people like to they like to downplay this glitch, like, oh, it's not, it's like it doesn't really matter, like, but it's like if you really think about it, yeah, it does, like, because you can just skip all of the low tip, no tip orders, and you don't have to take no penalties. So like, I don't know how you could sit there and say that it's not helpful or it's not, it's like a complete game changer. It makes the whole stat chasing meaningless. So, but like
Right.
I said, a lot of people out there, they just cherry pick and they make their money. So it's all market dependent. But a lot of us, man, I guarantee you, if you glitch up and you just make, like, you'll make better money by not having to take these low tip, no tip orders, man. You know, like, why would you make money at, like, how or why would you be able to make money by taking orders at your expense? Like, that doesn't make sense. And you can look at it, anybody who wants to sit there and look at it like in terms of like, oh, it's just the cost of my gas, but it's not just that. It's the cost of your gas and your overhead expenses and the cost of your yearly maintenance. You have to look at it in terms of like, what is this going to look like on on the back end annually? And like, you know what I mean? All the wear and
Hmm.
tear and all the supplies and this and that you end up buying for the job. It's just like, you know, like if you have to take all the low tip, no tip orders, then you don't make money at it. So that's just my take. Anyway, back to you.
Exactly. No, you're absolutely right. And I'm so glad people like you are going around panels, including mine, and sharing your stories, because a
Mhm.
lot of people, and listen, I don't ever let what trolls or haters, say bother me anymore. When I first came out on YouTube semi full time 6 years ago, before I figured it out, yes, they were bothering me. But now I realize, they're just there to stir the pot. But, a lot of people, from that end were scrutinizing me when I was making videos earlier this year, sharing the same stuff we're talking about now. Now you're talking about it. And, Brian from Gig Apps Exposed and DoorDash Sucks is talking about it. Jeff Thomas Black blew the whistle on the whole thing, right? And, you know, uh, Hot Facts with Robert Reese and many others are talking about the same things that I'm talking about. So, look, if you're going to come and troll me and say that I'm some lazy ass that doesn't want to work and everything I'm saying is full of it, then you're in essence saying that we're all full of it, right? I mean, you're saying that a whole ton of people that feel exactly the same way in this community are full of it, Thomas. I mean, come on. How ridiculous is
Yeah,
that,
that's
man?
what somebody left a comment when I posted that I had been deactivated. Somebody posted a comment on it saying, "Well, I guess it's time for you to." I think it was Mr. Funkadelic. He said, "You gotta. It's time for you to find a real job." And like a whole bunch of people liked it. It's just like, like, are you all not gig workers? Like, what are you saying about the rest of the community? Like, what do you mean find a real job? Like, what are you saying
Mhm.
about the rest of us? So it's just boneheaded comments like that. It's just like, you know what I mean? And then just like furthermore, like just like armies of chuds like getting behind it. It's like, how the fuck are you all so dumb that you're gonna like some stupid ass comment like that? Just silly. But like I said, man,
Yeah.
this whole space, like if you look around the space, it's just cluttered with boneheaded takes and just like, people like that just don't even fucking think about what they're typing before they type it. It's like, do you think at all? No, they don't. That's why they're saying that shit. That's why they're like,
Yeah.
to try to make a dig at me, they're just like insulting the entire gig worker community. It's just like so foolish.
Well,
Anyway, back to
Thomas,
you.
here's the thing. No worries, man. Before I have you share your final thoughts, and then I'm going to wrap up the show without you, I have a few things to say that are
Okay.
outside of the scope. Um, like I've been saying, for several weeks now, and I started to see this at the beginning of this year because I'm a business and personal coach, and I've been an entrepreneur for over 15 years. And what I'm seeing now, the gig economy is going to be the new economy. Like, it's already half of the economy. So if you're going to sit here and tell us to get a real job, then you can go stick it up your you know what and shove it. Because the bottom line is that it's only going to get bigger and bigger, and this is going to be the main way of making money for everyone. So, you know, and see the people that are trash talking us regarding this, Thomas. In my opinion, you can share your thoughts in a second. They're people that are miserable at their current job or in their current personal life, or a combination of both. People that are going to attack and project, people that are going to attack people that are attacking this are in essence projecting what they're lacking, in my opinion. Does that make sense to you? Sorry, I jumbled my words for a second, but it happens. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah, no. I gotta say that most of the people attacking any of us is probably just the same like 2 or 3 people. Like these are all just like the same sock accounts, So
They
you know what I
are.
mean? It's just it's all like that veil of anonymity, but you can pretty much rest assured like just by looking at like their vocabulary
Their
and speech
style.
patterns
Their
that it's
style,
like pretty
right?
much all the same exact like 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 people at the most. So
Yep.
yeah, yep, Army of Chuds. That's right, Jeff Thomas Black. But it's not even an army, It's just like a small group of like people that just have way too much free time. And like, you know what I mean? It's like look at me, Look at me out here in Jeff Thomas Black's channel, like selling popcorn. Who do you think all my customers are? Like, these people sometimes they don't know. I don't know if they're connecting the dots, but it's like two can play at that game. But anyways, moving on.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man, and I'm so glad
I
that
hope
you.
everyone here is having a good time today. I hope everyone here is entertained by this.
Oh, it's entertaining, but it's also a learning experience, Thomas. I mean, the best
Yes,
way
sir.
I like to call it entertaining people while throwing down those truth bombs. I got the truth bomb. That's what we do here. We're entertaining people while throwing down truth bombs.
Sometimes you just gotta tell the shit out of the truth.
No, you're right. You're right. But if you don't entertain people and make it interesting while you're sharing the truth, no one's going to
Yeah.
watch it. That's one tip there on how to be a better YouTuber, in my opinion. But yeah, the gig
Gotta spice it
economy
up.
is exactly. The gig economy is here. It is the future. It's not going anywhere. And now that we have these smartphones, more and more companies are going to use AI to try to do the same stuff. And all we're trying to do here, thanks to Jeff Thomas Black for exposing this and blowing the whistle on it, is basically get some more legislation to better control AI so it doesn't control us. Listen, if we're going to be controlled as people by the government, then why can't the government better control AI that's controlling us? I mean, that's the whole point of what Jeff is doing, right?
Yeah,
Thomas?
yeah. I mean, Jeff Thomas Black is definitely a visionary in this community, and yeah, I don't know what else to say about him right now except I was watching an expose he was doing or actually I guess it was Dr. Dad Dash who was doing it. Man, I was just laughing my ass off, man. Just
Mm-hmm.
great routine. But anyway, yeah, Jeff Thomas Black is he's a few steps ahead of most of the people around here. So a lot of people
Oh, he
they're a little bit frightened and confused by a lot of the information that he has, but trust me, he's a pillar of this community. So
he's spot
thank you
on.
to Jeff Thomas
I
Black
mean,
for everything you've done, sir.
absolutely, absolutely. Jeff Thomas Black. I mean, you're a legend in my opinion, and you're going to become even more of a legend because look, some people are trash talking you because they can't handle the truth. That's it. They can't handle the truth. When you are doing great things that other people wish they could be doing in your shoes instead of you, they're going to try to kick you down. That's what they do to myself. That's what they do to Glitch. That's what they do to anyone that's trying to create something in a positive way. The jaded driver, most of the ones that tell us to get a real job probably don't even have a job, period. That's true.
Yeah,
And,
it's like, what does that even mean?
right, right. And, let's see. Matthew says all jobs suck, but at least with gig work, you can start and end a shift without penalty, and you can come and go as you wish. You're an independent contractor.
Yeah,
You're
it definitely has its
self-employed.
pluses and minuses.
Right, right. So
And don't get it
anyway,
wrong, the work is good. Like I enjoy the work. It has its it has its ups and downs. But like most this is true about most of the jobs I've had in my life, which is many and various. But I can learn to appreciate and do the work and do like a professional job. But it's just that it just doesn't pay correctly. So there's a disconnect there. So it's really not like that the work is bad. It's just that it doesn't pay correctly. So it's kind of a little bit of a distinction, I guess. Anyway.
yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely. Any final thoughts before I have you go, Thomas? And then I'm going to wrap this up, saying a few different things on my own. But what are your final thoughts, bro? You're an amazing guy, man, and dude, you went from what 50 subs or 30 subs to like 500 subs in like what a month? Like you're blowing up, brother.
Well, like I said before, it's the gig space in terms of like YouTube as a whole. The gig space is very small and niche. So in terms of this specific space, yeah, I guess you could say my channel has gained popularity very quickly. But my final thoughts, yeah, nothing really off the top of my head, sir. Thank you, Coach, for having me on today. I just wanted to get on here and just have a public open forum about the whole deactivation, just so that we could maybe touch upon some of the questions that people have been looking for answers for. And yeah, just stay tuned for over at my channel. We're gonna be keep doing what we're doing over there. Once I get my car, once it stops glitching out, then we're gonna keep doing ride-alongs. But in the meantime, we'll do just like some gig worker hangouts and like a live hangout where we just we'll just shoot the shit, watch some videos, and stay tuned for this weekend. So thank you again for having me on. And with that, I'm gonna sign off. Thank you. Have a good day. God
Thank
bless
you,
you all.
bro. Have a good one. Thank you for being here. That was Glitch Dash, aka Thomas Schubeck. Fantastic. Let's go back to full screen. I have a few more things to say before going off the air here. Wow. That was very, very interesting. He's a very, very good man, a very mature man. And I'm proud to have met the guy, and I'm proud that he's growing his channel. And I'm just, whenever good things like this happen, it really touches me. Anyway, let me remind you folks once again, later tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be the special guest on Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I'm sure my trolls, the same 2 or 3 or 4 people that have nothing better to do with their life, are going to come and troll and see the same old things that they've been saying all along. They're going to try to distract or disturb the message. And, yeah, just like right now, the same people are trolling here. It's like, I mean, come on, seriously. Do you not have anything better to do? Are you that bored and lonely and miserable? Damian Blaze says, you take care, Eli, and have a good rest of the day. Yeah, my lady and I are going to go watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding Part 3. Then I'm going to walk, do a Walking with Purpose stream, and then I'm going to use that to promote the interview on Hot Facts with Robert Reese's channel later tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. I wanted to share a couple more things real quick. So what do you call it? Give me a second here. Primetime James 2.0 channel, someone I've known for a while, is going to be, just doing a fun play on this. Every now and then, he'll check in with myself and some other people. He does some reaction videos to communities, for entertainment purposes. So if you want to go and check that out for entertainment purposes, it's all good. He calls it cuck busting. And the reason why he calls it that, is, a lot of these people dubbed me Coach Eli years ago. If you don't know what a cuck is, it's basically a man that watches his wife or girlfriend have sex with another man, which I've never done that. So I am not a CUCK, but a lot of people made a play off of that because it just sounds funny. Coach, cuck, same thing, not same thing, but it kind of flows, right? And so that's what cuck busting is. And so, he's going to have some fun in a playful way at my expense, but it's just entertainment and it's nothing harmful. So don't chastise James. Be cool. If you want to go enjoy his show, I think it's coming up at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. From what I saw, I'm not going to be able to catch it because I'm going to be out. Check that out. Additionally, a couple of words for, always cherry picking and Mr. Flex. Look, I don't have any problems with you guys besides the fact that you're coming out here on YouTube in a community that's supposed to be, for uplifting and helping gig workers, learn the system of how to be profitable and, make money, doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, or whatever other, gig app they're doing, right? You guys are coming out here, and instead of doing that, you are hitting below the belt, and you're attacking people. You attack Torp by attacking his wife. When you couldn't get to Torp, you tried to get to his wife. It didn't work, but it's pathetic. Now, apparently some of my trolls, and I'm just putting this out there because I want you folks to know what's going on. It's the same old thing that's been regurgitated for years. Okay. You got trolls out there that are sending always cherry picking in Mr. Flex, some of my past videos where I was called Coach Eli and this and that. And so they're probably going to play off of that for a little while and go ahead. It's the same old thing. And the funny thing is this, everyone in this community already knows, mistakes I've made in the past because I've shared them myself many times, and I've also apologized many times. So, the more and more that you folks continue to go from channel to channel to channel, that's trash talking me in this community, because that's what they do, and you give them the same material that's being regurgitated, no one's going to watch it. No one cares to watch it, right? No one cares to watch it, right? And it's not going to trigger me. It's not going to upset me. It's not ruining my relationships with these people. Tonight on Robert's channel, you guys are going to troll there, do the same thing. Robert knows who's real and who isn't. Robert knows what a troll is and who isn't. So it's like, why don't you folks just grow the hell up and do something more productive with your lives, right? And create some better content that's going to help people or influence them to be a better person, right? The amount of hatred coming out of always cherry picking, and now he threatened me. Like, listen, dude, I'm threatened every damn day on this platform, because that's what people do when they have nothing of substance to respond with. If you want to threaten me, Pedro threatened me, always cherry picking threatened me. Who's going to threaten me next? Who's going to threaten someone else in this community next? And I'll say this, and then I'll read the chat before I go off the air here in a few, which is what I'm trying to say. Okay. I guess you are monetized, Cherry. You got a super chat, I guess, from one of my trolls, right? Here's the thing. I bet you over the next few months or sooner, you're going to be demonetized. And then after that, you'll be removed from YouTube permanently. You continue to create content, the vile, hateful, and abusive and bullying and harassment type of content. You're going to be off the platform. You will be demonetized. So I'm not worried about it. I already know what's going to happen. I've seen this happen time and time again to people that do the same things you're doing, because you don't have a valid argument to come back with. So when you don't have a valid argument to come back with regarding the topic at hand, which is, getting gig workers better than fair wages, then you hit below the belt, because that's the kind of person you are. You've got nothing else to come back with than that. Same thing with you, Flex. Talk about me all you want. Talk about us all we want. I'm going to take the proactive approach and just make folks aware this is what you're going to get. It's just the same old regurgitated stuff that many creators through the DoorDash and gig app community did with their fluffernutter content regarding Top Dasher and acceptance rate matters. It's the same thing, except in this case, it's attacking people with the same stuff that's been used over and over and over and over again for years. I've never been to any other channel with so many trolls. Oh, everybody has them. Everybody has them. If you follow some bigger YouTubers, I'm not a big YouTuber, Lily, but if you follow some bigger YouTubers, they all get trolled. Everyone gets trolled. Damian Blaze says, I actually go on Reese's live today to check it out, Eli. It's my first time on there, and I got your back this time. Thank you, brother. Damian Blaze furthermore says, I washed my hands of those two individuals because I gave them 2 chances and they blew it, where there's no forgiveness with me. Right. DoorDash Rick says, tell Glitch Dash to clean the carburetor, and that car will, I guess you meant to say, will run unless it has a clogged converter. Okay. Lily says, I already read that. I've never been to any other channel with so many trolls. All right, folks, I got to get on out of here. Start getting ready for my day with my lady. I'm going to be back with a Walking with Purpose stream. It's probably going to be around 8 or 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5 or 5:30 p.m. Pacific to promote the show with Robert. Lewis Fuller says they don't know how to grow the F up. Says Lewis, you're right, brother. And thank you again for being here, Lewis. Much love. I got to catch up with you soon. I've just been super, super busy. Damian Blaze, I forgive small things, but when someone makes big things happen, you're only given 2 chances. With me, never a third is something I learned at 8 years old, coming up in the world, being raised by many people. Lily says, really? That's interesting. What's interesting, Lily? Before I go off the air, what is interesting? Let me know real quick. There's a 1-minute delay, so I'll wait for you. But yeah, you're right, Damien. You're right. A lot of people were saying, oh, we can forgive Cherry for what he said about Torp's wife, right? But he came out again the next day, yesterday, and stuck to his guns and said the same thing. And now today, he's switching gears to more drama. He's trying to threaten me for no reason. It's like, all I said was, dude, what kind of a man attacks another man's wife? You know that, dude. And Cherry, I don't know if you have a wife or a girlfriend. No one, does anyone even know his real name? Does anyone know who Cherry is, or has he been anonymous? Because I tell you what, Cherry, if people end up finding out who your real name is, then they'll know everything about you. Like, is this guy just hiding in plain sight? And look, I'm not trying to instigate anything, but seriously, man. Seriously. All you're doing is running your mouth, attacking people for views. That's it. It's pathetic. That's all I said. And like I was going to say a second ago, if you have a girlfriend or a wife and people were attacking her, I mean, you feel the same way, dude. So in essence, you'd be a hypocrite. Okay, see you later, says Lewis. Briggs says bye. Lily says hi, Lewis. I'm just waiting to hear from Lily what is interesting. Lewis says much love and respect to everyone in the stream. Lily says your comment on big channels, big trolling, it is new to me. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're a channel that gets a decent amount of traction, I'm not saying I'm a big channel. I'm not. I'm still, a smaller channel. But I do have 6K subs here and 7K on the main channel. So, I guess I'm a mediocre channel that gets some traction. If you get some traction, you're going to have trolls. But the bigger your channels get, the more trolls you're going to have. Matthew says, yes, all these channels have their trolls. I guess it's normal on YouTube. It is. It's just the way it goes. But anyway, guys and gals, I got to get going. See you later tonight on my Walking with Purpose stream. And then after that at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, I'll be live with Robert Reese on his channel, Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I'll share that on my community tab in just a bit here. With that being said, have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.